Alexandre is a lifelong Strasbourg fan appalled by Chelsea's appointment of Liam Rosenior. Here he tells SunSport why Strasbourg's already divided fanbase is set to unite in protest. The ongoing rivalry between Strasbourg fans and their BlueCo ownership has been documented by SunSport since the group paid £65 million to buy virtually 100% of Strasbourg in 2023, 13 months after purchasing Chelsea for £4. 25 billion. Sign up for the Chelsea newsletter. Thank you. Strasbourg supporters are not best pleased with their BlueCo ownership credit, AFP. Liam Rosenior leaving to join Chelsea has only made matters worse. Credit. Reuters. The city, in eastern France, is just 2 miles from the German border, where the 50+1 fan ownership model is in effect. Despite positive results in terms of the football on the pitch, off of it, things are only getting messier. Multiple player trades, with Chelsea clearly being the priority, has enraged loyal Strasbourg supporters, and the move of their manager, Rosenior, to London may well be the final straw to unite fans who have been on opposing sides of a footballing civil war. Below are Alexandre's thoughts on the issue. Read more on Strasbourg. It's a fine line between legitimate ambition and sheer greed. Unfortunately for us Strasbourg fans, Liam Rosenior has deliberately crossed it. Ironically, it is the same manager who was lecturing the supporters groups not so long ago about how they should be getting behind his side, and indeed he's always been very possessive and made it explicit that these were, in his own words, my players, my team, only to jettison all of them in a flash as the opportunity to coach Chelsea arose. This move will infuriate Strasbourg supporters across the board. Until now, the fanbase was split between radical opposition to multi-club ownership and a more casual approach that was willing to separate things on and off the field. Most read in football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. This second option was, to a large extent, based on the fact that a very young team was producing an attractive style of play under a smart, fresh manager. The football spoke for itself, so there was less cause for complaint. That is all gone now. The crude reality that Chelsea is the only priority of BlueCo, and that Strasbourg, being clearly restricted to its role as a farming team, should now be clear to everyone. The other argument we were served on repeat back in 2023 was that our historic club president, Mark Keller, was staying in place to keep the sense of local identity and autonomy that has made Strasbourg successful. To club insiders, it has been clear for months that this is not the case. In recent weeks, I've personally met him for several meetings lasting hours, and he was a pale shadow of his former self, worn down by the BlueCo ownership and all the broken promises that came with it. The fact that he has not even attempted to block such a brutal move will likely eradicate the remnants of his local prestige and is the most telling evidence that there can be no coherent, long-term multi-club ownership model for the junior partner involved. The supporters groups have been calling for Keller's resignation since September, a move that was seen as an offense back then but looks more and more like a sound piece of advice. Strasbourg president Mark Keller has been asked to resign by supporters credit, AFP. He is a pale shadow of his former self, according to Alexandre credit, Reuters. This obscene move, whereby a Premier League team picks a manager in the midst of a season, from its reserve team in another professional league, is a concern far beyond Strasbourg. For months now, Chelsea's sporting directors have been orchestrating a flurry of moves, which is ultimately a way to bypass Premier League financial regulations. Strasbourg is on financial life support and has to increase its capital every 6 months by tens of millions to stay in compliance with French accounting laws. Other English teams would be well within their rights in petitioning for this huge deficit to be integrated into Chelsea's books. Recommended stories. This move is a lack of respect for the history tradition of our club, but there's more to it than the legitimate anger of the Strasbourgeois. This is against football.